And hello everybody, it is I, Lightning Bliss, and I am back with another speed paint / story time. I remember the last time I did this, it was the first time for me, and a lot of people seem to like it, so I am continuing on with this little special story time idea. Hopefully you guys will enjoy the artwork. This artwork is brought to you by BronyCon. I will be going to BronyCon for their last hurrah, and this print is basically called the Legion of Doom, so I do hope you guys enjoy it. Also, it appears that people suggested or voted on a poll I hosted on Twitter. If you do not know my Twitter account, you can find it on my YouTube page. Just simply look for the cute little Rector Aakor. Can't miss me. I am known as @LightningBliss or @Lightning/Bliss. So as the poll displays, I gave people options of what stories they would like, and surprise, surprise, it appears that they want to hear another story about the good fan and the bad fan. Unfortunately, I do have quite a few bad fan stories, but I do have a lot of good fan stories too, so I am happy to share both those. And, well, I am delaying the inevitable, so let's get to it. We're going to start with the story of the good fan. This was back in BronyCon 2016. Ironic, since I'm working on a print for BronyCon 2019. Anyways, I happen to be very good friends with one of the ambassadors of NetSmarts, which is a online website that is they are a non-profit organization, and they try to educate the public, from children, teens, parents, and law enforcement, about the online and offline dangers of internet activity. You know, educating kids about predators and whatnot, and what to look out for and what not to do while online and offline. Anyways, the ambassador of NetSmarts contacted me quite a few times in the past, asking to do a commission to represent NetSmarts, and I happily did so, and I will display it on the screen right now. It was a nice little poster that I believe they gave out during BronyCon 2016. Anyways, BronyCon 2016 was the first BronyCon that I vended at, and I was basically Silverquill's vendor partner, especially since it was the first time for me. I was not a vet at BronyCon at the time. It was my first time and was extremely nervous. I didn't know how well it would go for me, and don't worry everybody, it actually did go very well for me. BronyCon has been very kind to me in the few times I've gone. And getting to the good fan, the father of a little girl and his wife, the husband, his wife and his daughter, I should say, they came over to visit my table, and Lord behold, they were cosplaying as Lightning Bliss and Twink. The mother was dressed up as Twink, a very, very interesting and amazing way that they came up with an idea of how to dress up like him. And the daughter was dressed up as me. I was very, very humbled by it, and I admit I think I might have teared up a bit, and I took a picture with them. I'll be happy to display the pictures right here. The reason why, though, I consider this a good fan story, it's not because they went out of their way to cosplay as me, it's because the father, who I will say I am deeply, deeply appreciative of his friendship and support, and me being more than happy to support NetSmarts. This fine gentleman went out of his way as a gift to me and 4 of my friends, unlimited access to get a personal tour by a federal agent of the West Wing of the White House. I never in my wildest dreams would ever think I would set foot on the White House grounds, let alone be allowed to go inside and get a special tour. I even saw the Oval Office. That was impressive to see. And the fact that we got a special tour by a federal agent, an actual agent, and if he's watching this, I thank you, sir, for your patience and putting up with us crazy brony folk. But it was a very memorable BronyCon, and this BronyCon was in 2018, as a matter of fact. When me, Josh Scorcher, his fiance Armel, DeWolfsnader, and his fiance, now wife, Katie Patterson, decided I invited them to tag along with me because I was definitely not going to do this tour all by myself, and the invitation was extended to me and 5 other friends. So I selected the 4 of them, and it was an amazing experience, and it was one of the most sweetest gifts I have ever received from a fan in my entire life. And I am more than happy to call this person, this man who set this all up for us, he too being a federal agent. I could not have been more happy to have been a part of things. So yeah, if you're watching this, dude, thank you so much for the gift, and to your daughter for being a fan, as well as to your wife. You guys are amazing fans. Unfortunately, now we have to move on to the bad fan. Oh boy. Now I'm guessing you guys are thinking, if the good fan was this good, this is probably one of the worst fans of all time, right? No, I mean, debatable, because this fan not only irritated me, but quite a few of my friends and my husband included. But I'm delaying the inevitable. Let me just get to the story. So basically, I believe it was 2017 Nightmare Nights. It was, I think, the second to the last Nightmare Night. I was just a regular attendee with my husband because we were planning to meet up with our friend Dr. Wolf and his family to go on a cruise together, as I was invited. And in fact, I was a secret invite by for Tira, because Tira had no idea that I was joining. And there's a video that Dr. Wolf actually has on his channel if you guys are interested in looking that up, the surprise footage. Anyways, during our time at Nightmare Nights, there was this one very overeager and very specific young fan who was just super happy to see so many analysis in one location. It wasn't just me, but there was also Eliora. I believe DeWill Snader was also there, or no, I don't think, maybe not. Ann Y was there all the way from Germany. Keyframe, Dr. Wolf and his family, of course, were attending. Silver Quill, I believe Josh Scorcher might have attended, I'm not sure. There were quite a few of us that were attending at Nightmare Nights this time around, and I can understand people and fans were really excited to meet us. I get that. I mean, I get excited too, meeting up with my own friends. I mean, I openly admit I'm still a fangirl of most of them. I just guess I'm used to it, but every now and then I kind of fangirl a little bit that, oh my gosh, I'm friends with these people. I love it. Anyway, this overeager fan, he went gradually from missing social cues to just flat out ignoring them, even after quite a few of us, I believe, asked him to please step back, give us some space. There were moments of time where Dr. Wolf was trying to do a special Ep2 recording or vlog, and this young man just happened to get in the way or was very, very loud, and we would calmly ask him, could you please leave the room, or please be quiet while we're trying to record, we're trying to get this down. And the guy would say yes, but then he'd be back to doing it again, kind of muscling in, trying to make me or some of us answer questions while we are clearly trying to do something with Doc and our other friends. Things escalated from there when we decided we wanted to meet up in a hotel room, one of our hotel rooms, to plan for dinner that night. So we all met up in my room when I noticed that Kichi wasn't with us. I remember she was also attending along with Robin0928, who was also not in the room with us, which I thought was bizarre. Robin0928 finally pops into the room, and he looks a little flustered and upset, and he informs us that this fan that had been following us around and constantly being loud and just not respecting our wishes had been trying to follow him to his room. He got nervous and darted to ours because I told him where my room was. Dr. Wolf was keeping a cool head, and his brother was too. Max was just, no, that's not good. Maybe we ought to report this to the staff. And then it got to a point where eventually Kichi came back to the room saying that she had to divert this fan off because, yeah, he was actively trying to find where me and my husband were staying. And that made me very, very uncomfortable. It actually escalated to me getting really scared, and I don't know if I cried or not, but I didn't feel safe. I didn't like that somebody was actively trying to find out where me and my husband were staying so they could invade our room, and it's not okay. You don't ever do this with people you idolize with. It's uncomfortable. You don't do this with people, period. If people want to be alone and they need space, you do not actively try to find out where their hotel room is, where their place of privacy is. So unfortunately, this led to my husband getting very upset when he saw that I was upset. My husband husband is very protective of me and my well-being and my happiness, and if he sees that I'm upset, he tends to go in very full-on defensive mode. So it got to a point where my husband stood up and started heading towards the door. And Y asks him, dude, where are you going? And my husband says, I'm gonna find this man and I'm gonna punch him in the face. To which immediately Dr. Wolf said, no, you are not. That is bad. If you do this, you'll be arrested and removed from the convention. And as much as I admire my husband wanting to protect me and quote unquote physically put somebody in their place, even I had to tell him to listen to Doc because he's right. You don't go around punching people, even if they are actively stalking you. It's just not right. It's the law. So eventually, yes, this person was reported to Nightmare Night staff, and a staff member did inform this person if he did not back away and did not respect personal space of people's wishes, that he would be removed from the comp floor and maybe even blacklisted if it continued. So as far as I know, the incident didn't repeat again. No, my husband didn't punch anyone. If anything, this was a learning experience for him that you can't go around punching people. And of course, my friend Dr. Wolf was very good at keeping the peace. So that's it for my stories of the good fan, the bad fan. Of course, if you guys would like to see or hear more stories while me doing some speed artwork, feel free to shoot me a comment down below. And also, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, support me on Patreon if you'd like. I really, really appreciate all the support I get. And of course, if you guys like what I'm doing here, please feel free to give me some feedback, because I'm always trying to improve my craft. Until then, hope you enjoyed the art piece. I'll be selling this at BronyCon 2019. One last hurrah. I hope to see some of you guys there. Until then, keep an eye out for those rainbows. They will make you smile. And this is a special shout out for all of my Patreons who had supported me back in May of 2019. A big shout out goes out to Science-SteelRail, Bryce Arens, Juke Denton, Thundernote, Culdreth, Ep2, Z-Blade Gracin, Color Scales, Rector Aakor, Zion Kraze, ArticWing, Kimberly Cook, Jacinto Valentine, Rasputin Lenin, Saethwr, Thomas Fan, 2751, Joseph Hudson Plumb 5, Ripple-Effect-MLP, Joshua A. Sterrett, Stardustguardna, The Watchful Pony, Blaze Armor, Jeffery Ritter, TwilightSparkleFan, Eragon, Nightshade Blaze, Scratchy, Luigi Man 87, Walker Ironheart, Peter Shull, Brandon Mcfadden, and Josh Scorcher. Again, guys, thank you so much for supporting me all this time, and hope you guys enjoy my work and wanting to keep supporting me, because every little bit helps. And keep an eye out for those rainbows. They will make you smile.